Yes, sir.
Thanks, Sasha. So when does the weirdness shift and change into coolness?
Weirdness and cool. I would say as soon as you don't care about people's reaction to you, then you're a cool dude. You see what I'm saying? Like if I meet somebody and they're doing kind of weird stuff and I see they still care what people think, then they're on their path and that's good. But when I see somebody just acting the way they want to act, making jokes, being silly, whatever, and they really, like if somebody makes a joke and nobody laughs and the person goes, well, I thought it was funny, and they just don't give a shit, that guy's cool because he just doesn't care anymore. He said it because he thought it was funny and fuck everyone else. And those people are the ones that, you know, that move out of their parents' houses and start businesses and travel the world because they're literally like, I want to do it, I'm going to do it. And the amount of stories I've gotten from students that they've just done all kinds of, literally quit their jobs, started businesses, become entrepreneurs, gotten hot girlfriends, gotten multiple girlfriends, all this kind of thing. As soon as they just went through that period of pain and just went, actually, I don't give a fuck. Everyone can think I'm an asshole. It's totally awesome. And they're just literally living their lives completely oblivious to what people think. And you know, I get these emails all the time from people, literally because they're out there doing silly shit, and to the point where they just go, you know what I'm saying? So right at that point where you're like, I don't care what anyone thinks, you're done. And don't quit then. Keep doing it so you can keep feeling a bit like a dick and being cool with it. You know what I'm saying? Never stop. Never stop.
Yeah, quick follow-up. So doesn't this clash with the whole social calibration thing, or is it this compatible?
No, not at all, because how can you become socially calibrated until you know what's not socially calibrated? How can you be socially calibrated if you're worrying about what everyone else thinks? You need to destroy your ego so you don't give a fuck what anyone else thinks, and then you can worry about, okay, now I'm going to be more smooth with the ladies, or I'm going to be more this or that. But you can never really be you if you're living your whole life based on other people's opinions. Ever, ever, ever. Seriously, the people who will go after this and get the report and just actually go out and just go do a bunch of silly shit and be judged and not give a fuck, those people will go so much farther in life than the people who just go, ah, this is funny, ha ha ha, and they'll never do anything. You know, I just know from experience. The guys do my boot camps, and the ones who are like, yep, I went out and I spoke to the first hot girl I see every day. They did that for a month. They'd go out and do a couple of pranks every day, just do fun shit, and they kept pushing their zone. Those people are literally with their own businesses, banging a bunch of chicks, living in Thailand or some other place for cheap. That's what they're doing. And the guys who are like, hey, it's kind of fun, and maybe I'll approach a girl next week. Maybe I'll do something fun. I got it from the boot camp. And then 3 months later, they're like, Sasha, after the boot camp, things were so awesome, and now I stopped doing it. Now I'm fucking just jerking off. I'm like, yeah, because why? Because you just went, oh yeah, I'm awesome now. No, you're not. Keep fucking pushing your boundaries till you're dead. Then you're gonna have a great time. Yep.
What's your take on high energy and low energy in social interaction?
Anything can work if it's congruent with your personality. So, you know, when I made some of my videos, I was running around crazy because that's what I was feeling. I was so excited to talk to girls. So I was like, yeah, I love girls. You guys are hot. What's going on? Blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, if you have a really great internal state and you just don't care what people think, I could walk up to a girl at the same time and just go, what's up? What's going on? Do you want to be my girlfriend? I'll be like, no. And I'll be like, well, you should. I'm awesome, right? And they'll look at me and I'll be completely low energy, but it doesn't matter because my internal state is don't care. Don't care, I'm going to do whatever I want to do. So it's really fine. That's the funny thing about me and James. We're totally opposites. I was like, when we met, I'm just running around like, what's up? You're so sexy, let's get married. And he's just like, what's the meaning of life? You know? And so I learned from James that I could calm the fuck down and actually just be the same cool dude and just be like, hey, what's going on? And he actually has become a little bit more animated. You'll see him do wacky shit. And so we've just kind of merged from super cool dude to like super high energy, fun guy into sort of, and we're both kind of, you know what I'm saying, closer to the middle. And it's fine. And you can go through phases. You know what I'm saying? You could, for a while, be like, I'm going to try Sasha game. And then be like, well, fuck it. Now I've done that, and that's cool. Now I'm going to try James game. And if James game works better for you, do James game. And if you like being high energy and that works, then do that. But it's just whatever you feel good. And that's the thing. Do what feels right for you. And how do you do that? By not giving a fuck what people think about you. Then you can just be who you want to be.
Thanks for that. I just had one last question. So what do you say to somebody who's a natural introvert, who wants to be more like you, like an extrovert, but really is just very introverted?
Right. Cool. That's a great question. And I think that's why I think a lot of people would be attracted to James, actually, because they look at me and they're like, oh, this guy's hilarious. He's so funny. I'm not like that. James just seems to be like a normal, cool dude who's just like, eh. So it makes sense. But I would say there's power in really in trying both. There's power in trying everything else once just to see how it fits. There's so many ways people behave and act and all this kind of stuff. If you are really introverted, doesn't mean your goal should be like Sasha, But imagine pushing your boundaries where you could be like Sasha a little bit for a little while and try it on. How much more open are you going to be in your everyday life after being like me for even a week or two? So I would say do the baby steps. Like literally start with tiny baby steps. Like if you're super introverted, that's really what that conversation game was about, because it's so easy, the compliment game, because you're literally just walking down the street, just looking at people and going like, wow, that guy's got really great hair. Or that woman looks really angry. It's really, really simple. So I would say do that game and take little baby steps, and every time you leave it, well, start leaving the house. Every time you leave the house, just do the smallest little tiny thing to push your comfort zone a little bit, up to the point where you can walk up to strangers and pick your nose or do all these silly pranks that I do. But it's the same thing with anything in life. You don't just jump into start taking some kind of action and just slowly build up to the point where you feel comfortable. Then go a little bit past that point of feeling comfortable, and then find your sort of line, which might be being a little bit silly, and then the rest of the time being pretty cool. Whatever it is. But yeah, it's just really just baby steps, and just make the effort, and just don't stop pushing. Because there's so many people out there who I know are watching this and they're sitting at home and they're just going to go play World of Warcraft after this. And it's like, dude, you can leave the house and do this stuff too. Anybody can. You just have to go and do it.
Who else got questions, guys?
I really liked your information, Sasha. So you say don't stop pushing. You talk about saying hi and giving compliments. Once you're past that and you're saying hi, you're giving compliments, and you're expressing who you are, what do you mean by don't stop pushing? Like,
well, I just meant in life in general. So whatever is your point that you're stuck at, try and keep going further. So for example, I wanted to do this talk today because so many guys, I find this is the biggest problem. Guys aren't approaching girls. Guys email me and I'm like, what's your problem? Like, are you coming up to beautiful girls? And most guys are like, no. Or they'll do it when they're drunk in a bar. And again, they're relying on something external. So I just thought I wanted to focus on that one thing. So that's one big problem. The next big problem is guys will talk to girls, but they have no idea what to talk about. They can't connect to girls. So then I'd be like, all right, well, now you need to work on connection. And then if you can connect with girls and they're calling you back, then you need to work on more connection, or maybe how to text girls, or maybe be more congruent. And then you're getting girls back to your house, but you're not getting laid. Well, probably you're not sexually escalating, or you're not being sexual, or you're creeping them out. Then you got to work on that. So there's always a point where somebody is stuck. Always. We've all been stuck at every point. But the people who really get good, they're just the people who manage to get through all those sticking points. And I just find this is the biggest one. And I find the quickest way to learn is if you're actually going out and talking to loads of people, you will just have so much experience in interacting with people and having conversations that eventually you're going to get good at that, and then it's just a matter of time and breaking down the other stuff. But if you never get past this, if you're sitting at home literally watching YouTube clips going, man, I just don't want to leave the house because I'm scared, you're just not going to get anywhere. So that's why I think this is just really important. When you just get out there and have fun and you're leaving the house, everything else can come. And as long as you're having those interactions with people, you can work on all those bits. You can work on conversation. You can work on texting because you're getting numbers because you're meeting people. And you can just work on every little bit. So really just push yourself when it comes to dating and everything else in life as well. It's really just about pushing. If you have a shitty job, you can just keep working and thinking that, oh, well, it's not so bad. Or you could do up your resume and start sending it to people who you really want to work with in some other industry. Or you could start a website and start generating a little bit of income and working on that in your part-time to build that up to support you, and then quit your job. You could do all those things. You could learn poker and then get pretty good and then go to Thailand and play poker for them. You could do anything you want to, but it's only if you push yourself, take some chances, and start going for it. So I just wanted to focus on this element. Yes, sir.
How did you meet your girlfriend?
Oh, this is a great. My main squeeze here, or a girlfriend? What do you mean? You tell me. Well, what's the question?
What great story can you tell us about how you met your girlfriend?
Oh, okay. All right, this one, because there have been many girlfriends.
Sure.
Yeah. Or your best one. Well, this one. Well, there's many stories, but this one is here. So that would be her. Great. Fantastic. Well, this is my piggy. She's amazing. And it's a great story, actually. So I guess this is a great story to end on, actually. So I was in London, and I was just building up my PUA empire. And one day, I'm in the kitchen, and my sales guy, he kind of helps me with calls and whatever, walks in and goes, yeah, there's some girl emailed, and she wants to do a boot camp. And I'm just like, whatever. No girl's going to pay money to fucking try and meet guys. Tell her to send a deposit, and then I'll take it seriously. 2 days later, he walks in, and she goes, she paid for the boot camp in full. Who's going to teach her? And I'm like, oh, crap. And the girl was really gung-ho, and she booked the flight before I confirmed when I could teach her. So she actually was coming into London during a week where I was doing a week-long residential course with guys. So I couldn't teach her. So I spoke to one of my instructors. I'm like, all right, you can teach her. She's a girl. You can do it, right? It's the same thing, but she's going to hit on dudes. And he's like, sounds pretty weird, but okay, sure. You know, because it's just doing this stuff and learning conversational skills, whatever. So that weekend during the course, we teach the theory in like a coffee shop or whatever, somewhere nice with juice or whatever. So I go downstairs into this venue, and as I'm turning right, because my guys are in the corner, I notice my instructor sitting there, and in front of him is this really cute, kind of half-Asian looking girl with a bitchy face, and she's totally hot in my type, and I'm like, motherfucker, you know, and I go over there, and I start teaching my theories and my system, whatever, to my students, and at the same time, I hear my instructor teaching the same stuff to this really cute girl. I'm like, this is fucking bullshit. I should be over there with a hot girl, and he should be over here. This sucks. All right? And so, anyway, so at the end of the first day, I'm like, I really like this girl, and I kind of want to hook up with her. And so I'm talking to my instructor, and he's like, yeah, man. I'm like, how was the first day? He's like, yeah, it's really good. She's doing well. It was really fun. And he's like, yeah, I think I'm going to try and bang her. You know, I'm just like, dude, you can't bang her. You know. That would be unprofessional. I'm running a business here. You're her instructor. That's totally unethical for you to sleep with her. And he's like, yeah, you're right. And the next day, I banged her. Whoops. Anyway, well, come on, it's fine. I own the company. That's different. I wasn't directly. And just the fact that, and we've been together ever since in a kind of like a beautiful open relationship, and now, I suppose I can announce to the world we're getting married. Oh yeah! However, we're doing our own rules because we don't believe in the normal marriage paradigm. So we're doing a marriage where we get married, and every 2 years we sit down and decide if we want to keep being married, and we'll keep doing that till forever. And if one day we're bored, we depart as friends. So we're not doing any of the bullshit forever. Our vows are going to be we're going to stay together as long as we're having an awesome time. And that's what we're doing. Yes. And hopefully, there'll be some adventures with other girls, because my wife is bisexual. Oh, yeah. All right. So that's the story. And really, if anything, that story shows you that, like, how demasculated are men where women, cute, sexy fucking girls, have to take courses on how to approach men because men won't fucking come talk to them. That's what we've become, and that's what the 21 Convention is all about! I'm done. See you later.